Hey everyone, and welcome back to Ultimate Mondays. Here we're going to be playing some Valorant for the National Esports Association's tournament. My name is Knight, aka Chris Cunningham, and joined alongside me is Valorant expert Jason Kilgore, also known as Mega J Keezy. So, Mega, how you doing, and what are you looking forward to so far from what you've seen?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty great. I'm excited to see what will happen in this finals. Especially, we already had a team go undefeated in the round robin, so it's kind of interesting to see if they could hold on to their momentum and be able to close out and finish with a undefeated, uncontested victory. Or it'll be interesting if comes down into the semifinals bracket, they get knocked out because someone else just gets more momentum because now they're feeling a little bit more energized in order to play against them.
Yeah, I definitely think anything's possible. What I kind of noticed was that there was kind of a little bit of a difference between the top two in terms of points, and then the bottom two teams currently right now. So how it kind of worked, and we're going to go into, I think, relatively soon, some of the details of how the structure of the tournament's been working and how it will work going forward. We actually have that popped up right now. So I guess, yeah, we might as well just kind of dive right into it. Um, the Still waiting to get some of the graphics popped up there, but one thing I just did want to point out is off of those round robin scores, it was based off of points. So I think that was based off of round wins. So we got to back up. So stage one, each team played each other once, and the final score from each game kind of determined the total points going forward, and obviously their record, which will ultimately set up the second stage, which is going to feature the semifinals and the finals. So the semifinals will be best of one, finals will be best of three. And I think this might be like a sideshow that's rotating, so I'll try and catch any other updates if we can get that recirculated.
And then also, as you saw for that round robin bracket, you had Latte Esports going undefeated, finishing 3-0 and with 39 points. And then you had Lay's Esports. They came in second place, finishing with 28 points and going 2-1. So they're close by first, but already, as you saw with that number one seed being undefeated and already being 39 points, it's definitely interesting what they have done already in the round robin because no one else was really contesting them. But now, again, like the question still unfolds, like whether or not if they get a map to their choosing that they love and they just dominate, or it's a map that they absolutely hate playing on and they just lose their momentum and anyone potentially could take it from them.
Yeah, we'll have to see. And I know that how the semifinals is going to work, it's best of one. We're going to have Latte up against Possessed, Lay's Clan up against One Tap Clan. So 1 and 4, 2 and 3 facing off. And the eyes are going to be, well, obviously the eyes are on Latte Esports, but another storyline to keep in mind, if my math in my head is correct, is that because of the fact that there is no like third place match, the third place match is determined by who had the most total points, I think, coming out of stage one, if I'm not mistaken, which would have been One Tap Clan. So for Possessed, the odds are stacked very much against them. Latte Esports did beat them, I believe, 13-0 before. But if they can somehow win this match, that's going to force potentially another team down into obviously the bottom two there, but it will definitely help their implications of really dramatically changing their overall rank.
Oh yeah, most definitely. That's not comfortable position and being that low in points where third place they're already higher than you. But at the same time, they're 2 points behind One Tap Clan. So because I think it goes off of their total points from both
Semis.
rounds, from the round robins
Yeah.
and the semis. So even if Possess Esports falls down to um, Latte Esports, then as long as they're getting more round wins than One Tap Clan, they just need three more round wins in the semifinals than one tap in order to secure third place. If they get two more round wins, then they tie, but then I believe that would go to one tap clan because they were in the third seed during that time. So, but I mean, we would love to see an upset if Possessed Esports could easily defeat a lot of esports, and they don't have to worry about that, and then they will take out the number one seed.
Yeah, no, that was really well said. So they're going to need to win to at least get second. They're going to need to at least get 3-round wins over whatever one tap does to fight for third. Regardless, they do lose to Latte. They're more than likely going to get fourth, but it does always come down to that round differential. So it's going to be really kind of unique and definitely a little bit of strategy coming into play when you're looking at like the micro and macro pictures here of the tournament. So that'll kind of make things, a little bit more exciting, especially too, even if the game could potentially be one-sided.
Oh, most definitely. And then, and then you have to look at the number 2 seed versus the number 3 seed as well, where it's going to be Lace versus, oh my god, Lace versus Possessed. So Lays versus one tap. That's what I meant to say. Lays versus one tap. So that matchup's going to be interesting because now it's like, they're close in the seating, so they should be able to have a close matchup and maybe go the distance. We might even see 25 rounds from them or even more because of overtime, but it'd be definitely interesting to see what Lays and one tap could do against each other.
Second place team only has a differential of 3. That's saying something. And Latte Esports has only dropped 4 rounds out of their last 43, I think. My math is correct. So that's incredible. And we do have an interview ready to go. Not sure specifically with who. We're likely going to be talking with, I believe, Lays or Lays Clan. Yeah, that's right. So very excited. We're going to get that going here momentarily. Hey guys, going?
Hello. What's going on?
Not too.
Sorry. So, with you guys finishing off with the number 2 seed from the round robin, what is your plan for the semifinals? What are you guys potentially going to do differently?
We're gonna overall. I think we were losing a lot of rounds that we kind of shouldn't. We had a good a good start, but we couldn't close it out. We couldn't get the finish. So I think we're just gonna try and focus on that and just try and close out rounds better. Maybe secure some more rounds for us and hopefully take the win.
It's good to see. I got a question as well, guys. I know that you obviously in the round robin you played one tap clan. That's your opponent up next. Off the top of my head, I believe I think that you guys did beat them by a relatively decent margin. So anything you're taking away from that previous game that you're going to be factoring in or kind of expecting or got your eye on for this one?
We're just gonna try and play more adjusted to their place. We're gonna try and play more connected to their play style, so maybe we can find some advantages that we may have over them, and then take use of those. So we're just gonna try our best to wrap around their play style, figure it out, and hopefully take the win again.
If you do beat one tap clan, who's the team that you guys want to go against in the finals?
Honestly, yeah, I kind of think
really want to
Latte.
beat Latte. They're fucking amazing, especially his name Leverage, or I think that's his name. He's fucking amazing with the op, and I cannot peek his shit. So sorry, my bad.
All right, I think see, I would love to see a rematch between you and Latte.
Yeah, I think we weren't playing our strongest, and I think we could have improved upon our gameplay during that match. So I think maybe if we go against them again in the finals, we can get a small advantage over them and win.
And I believe you guys did take 2 rounds off of Latte. Is that right?
Yeah, it's something like that.
Okay, so they've dropped. That's 50% of the ones they've lost. That's a positive to think about at least.
Yeah.
especially like their code hasn't been cracked yet, but obviously it can. So yeah, I mean, is there anything that you guys specifically want to say, like give a shout out to anybody or have anything in mind for the next 1 to 2 matches that you might potentially have?
Not really. I think we're just gonna try and play at our best.
My mama, you feel me? Shout out to my mama, I've been presenting, man. That's all I gotta say.
I can barely hear Draco, but
Yeah, I'm like,
yeah.
quiet.
All right.
All right.
All right, guys. Well,
Let's
best of luck, and yeah, good luck
Thanks.
against One Tap Clan.
Thanks.
Dude.
Cool. So we are being thrown right into the mix here with Latte Esports. So I'm joined in the chat with Mega, and gotta admit, guys, it's really cool. The story that I heard about a week ago from Dave, who's been running the tournament. Hey, there's going to be some team from Guam coming in, and I'm really kind of curious about that. But also, I mean, the numbers don't lie. You guys have only dropped 4 rounds throughout the round robin play. So what do you have to attribute that to?
I guess the one thing we could say is our chemistry is really good. Like we've been playing like the moment Valorant came out, we've been playing together, and majority of us we came from a CS background, so our FPS skills are pretty honed well together.
I love Valorant players that have that CS:GO background because that's definitely the one game that, in my opinion, if you played a lot of, can help you out with Valorant. Now, with you guys being undefeated from the round robin, what's your game plan in order to keep that momentum through the semifinals and the finals so that you could potentially win the whole thing?
All right. So as you said, we are undefeated. So what we're planning to do is play the same way we've been playing. We do have higher ping than all of the other competitors, so it does make it a little hard for us, especially with the angles. So you see us play the flashing champs, so we'll just probably keep it that same way.
Most definitely. Like now, who is the team that you guys want to go against if you guys beat Possessed?
If we get past possessed, honestly, it shouldn't really matter too much. But I'm expecting good games either way. Semifinals and the finals, because the one thing we don't do is overestimate or underestimate. Sorry.
Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. Because I do believe, just thinking off the numbers, you guys went 13-2, 13-2. No, obviously no order, but 13-0 as well. So you've only dropped 4 rounds, and the most in a game you've dropped were 2 rounds, if I'm correct.
Yeah. So our first game, we took it kind of seriously because we didn't know how everyone played. So I guess that's when the 13-0 happened, and then of course when everyone was opening up, our tournament chills were going away. We saw the second game, and then we thought to ourselves, we talked and was like, we talked strategy, and then uh, from there we did drop, I think 2 rounds our second game, and then we dropped another 2 rounds our third game. So yeah.
Actually brings up one more question I might have. Sorry to cut you off, Mega, but I'm kind of curious because I play Valorant more, casually, but I'm involved with other esports games and titles that do require heavy call volume, heavy comms. How would you describe your guys' style in regards to your comms and how you're kind of establishing your gameplay each round?
So regarding our comms, it's more of calling out things you're watching and what you're not watching. So let's say you're watching A long, you say that out loud, and then when you're not watching it, you say it out loud again, like, oh, I'm not watching A long anymore. And then when you pick something else, then you say what you're picking.
That's honestly that's a very good strategy to have. Like that's honestly like top tier call placement that you need to have for this game, and it's definitely good that you guys have that and that you guys have been playing this game since day one. So already having that chemistry, it does help you out. So honestly, I do just want to say like I wish you guys like best luck during semifinals and finals. Like, hopefully you guys get to the finals and then whatever happens, like happens. But honestly, you guys have already put up an amazing performance.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys, and best of luck going into your semifinals match.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
Shout out Guam.
That was Team Latte. Obviously, it sounded like, I mean, granted, they were just casually chatting with us, but very, I wouldn't say laid back because that's not the right word, but they seem to be very composed. I don't know if you agree.
Definitely agree. Especially like what they said, like they don't want to underestimate their opponents. Like even though like they did just win against all three teams in the round robin, like even then going to the semifinals, they don't want to underestimate them because anything can potentially happen. So I think I do have to say their composure was definitely in the right state of mind. So in order for them to be able to just set up that way and still be able to just like relax just a little bit, like that's a very good sign.
Yeah, so we're very excited to get into the gameplay, just because it's definitely going to obviously provide a little bit more weight to all of the words that have been said, and we're going to kind of see how the different strategies play out. I believe off the camera, and I need to probably get confirmation on this, but I believe we are going to be following for the semifinal, as both games are going on simultaneously, the Possessed versus Latte matchup, which is seed number 1 versus seed number 4. I believe off camera is going to be Lay's Clan versus the One Tap team as well. One Tap Clan. Oh, we are going to go each game individually, so that's going to be great. So we're going to get both games underway here. So we do have Latte Possessed, again, Leverage, Zedrix, Jambi the Cat, Alec, Whirly, and then Possessed has Insanity, Three Slick, Twan, Krippus, and Dream. So that'll be pretty exciting as we eventually get back into the action.
And I'm also looking at the chat. So apparently we've been pronouncing Team Latte's name wrong. It's Lottie. It's supposed to be pronounced like Latty. Lottie.
Lottie?
And
Okay,
then-
that makes a
yeah.
lot more sense. I'm not a
then
coffee
also-
guy anyways.
Well, true. And then also someone said that Team Possessed has the most fun while playing. So, I guess they're more. I think they're also like a group of friends as well that's playing together. They're just like, we're just here to have fun.
And that's good
So,
too.
Right.
I mean, talk about, not to get reminiscent here, but there were times where we were like just playing to have fun, and then we're like, hey, let's get a little bit more competitive, and then ultimately we're knee deep in competition and upper divisions of games, and for any game, that's really cool to see. So, and especially too, just kind of vibing with your friends in a call, and the tournament settings are just so unique. They're so much fun. You definitely got to give a lot of credit to all of those teams, especially like Possessed, if that's what they're doing.
Oh yeah, like in any competition, like I do feel like you kind of have to take it serious as well, like especially if you are going for a title. But at the same time, like if you're not having fun with your teammates, then you're not really building up that chemistry with your team in order to actually do well and potentially get better. Because when there's no chemistry, you're not getting better. Yeah, you may have the best player on the team, but if you don't have that chemistry with that said player, then it's never going to work out.
I think too, what's going to be really interesting, just to kind of rehash this again as well, is going to be the now knowing that we're going to go back to back to semifinals games, kind of seeing Possess set the bar at the very least with how many times they can get on the board for Latte. Maybe it'll be 13. Maybe maybe, they'll chisel away. We don't know, but and also seeing how one tap is going to respond and also try to take out lays on the other end. So that'll be really kind of a unique narrative once we go ahead and get into the action. But I do know that I'm really kind of curious too. I know that when I was watching this stream, obviously, go ahead, follow Esports NEA, the little purple banner up in the top right. You click that, or the heart on the bottom right. But I was noticing like some of the different agent combinations. I was going to say champions, but this is not Apex. But there was one group or one lineup of 5, and I noticed there were like 3 smokes. So some teams, obviously, depending on the map, going a little bit more smoke heavy than others. But I am really curious as we get into these later rounds how these teams are going to be composed.
It's honestly like because you can always like I guess like there is a meta for Valorant, but at the same time, like I have noticed maybe about 3 different metas myself playing Valorant because like if you notice like in the lower rankings like their iron and even mid silver, they always make sure they have a sage, 2 smokes and 2 duelists. Like I honestly see that in like almost every single composition in those divisions when it comes to placements. But in the higher divisions, like they will take away their sage because they're like, we really don't need a sage. And they will probably replace Sage with Cypher, or even now it's also Killjoy is being put into the mix as well because of her ultimate and her turret that she has. So now, there's so many different combinations that you could do, and all of them can work out well. It just depends on your playstyle. The only thing that I personally don't recommend is going all duelists because going all duelists, that's not going to do anything for you because now you don't have anyone that could set you guys up so that you guys could get onto the site, and you have no one being able to watch the flank perfectly because flank that would come from like someone like Cypher or even Killjoy. Now, even though Killjoy could also open up the opportunity to push the site as well. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see like what's going to happen between these teams and their compositions because now it's really just like do we go the normal meta which is the sage 2 duelists 2 smokes or even sage 2 duelists 1 smoke um and either Cypher or Killjoy in it, or you just pretty much you just say we're gonna go with a comfortable meta that we do that's not like the normal meta.
When you're taking a look into the composition of a team, obviously you have your duelists. You're gonna have your Phoenix, your Reyna, Raze even, and then I really think you have your controllers and your Sentinels like a Brimstone or an Omen, or for Sentinels like Cypher, Killjoy now, but the initiators as well. You got Breach, you got Sova, not Nova. What, oh man, but yeah, you have Sova too. Again, it can just provide you so much, especially if they're used correctly, so much benefit that it is going to make it interesting how some of these teams are composed. I'm really used to seeing kind of the 2 duelists, a Sage, maybe a Cypher, and then kind of a controller. But what's really kind of unique about Killjoy though is I was just reading online because I'm coming back from vacation. I haven't played the game in 2 weeks, but seeing her being released and she was described as a Sentinel controller, which I thought was kind of interesting because she kind of has some aspects obviously of Cypher, but obviously can kind of pivot to being more of a similar to a Brimstone and Omen with what possibilities she has given her abilities.
Oh yeah, no, definitely agree. Like ever since Killjoy was released, it's definitely been interesting to see like all of her gameplay. Like I've seen a lot of different clutch moments and some of them have been happening when I've been playing and we had a Killjoy. Like for instance, there's like this Killjoy, she used her ultimate um before like they were about to defuse the bomb. It was a 1v5 situation, and that Killjoy just pretty much took out three of them. Her ult was still up there before she died. So it pretty much negated them from even being able to defuse the bomb, and they didn't have enough time to defuse. So it was definitely an interesting thing to do.
Yeah, I'm just excited to get back into the game personally. I'm kind of mired down with other obligations, but I'm super excited to get back into the ranking grind. Obviously, I think everyone's kind of got their own setup. I'm really kind of curious to see, how invested a lot of these players are. Obviously, it seems like it's at different levels. With Lottie, and then with Possessed. If they're playing as a group of friends, from what we're told. But yeah, very excited. We're going to be getting into the action here momentarily. Waiting to go ahead so Megan and I can get set up and kind of see specifically some of the action from all the different angles. So we're super excited. And I'm just in the back of my head, a game that has a really solid spectator mode. Not throwing shade at any game in particular, but it's going to be very exciting to see all these different angles and perspectives.
Oh yes, and I can't wait for this for this match. It's gonna be one to definitely look out for, because Possess needs to make sure that they're getting round wins off of Lottie in order to actually move on into the potentially, in order for them to get third place. But if they don't get any round wins, then pretty much then One Tap will get third place in this tournament. Well, if they lose against Lays. But I think Lays and One Tap, that's going to be a little bit closer. So Possess needs to worry about getting round wins off of Lottie.
They do, yeah, because it's kind of a not only they're focusing on trying to win the match, but also the battle for third and their implications as well. But what's really kind of unique, just given the fact that we're sequencing these games with semifinal match 1, semifinal match 2, then the finals, is that the team that wins this is going to be iced. So obviously, if you're a betting man, Meg and I are from Las Vegas. The odds are heavily favoring Lottie right now. That's just the facts based off of their numbers. But what's really kind of unique is the fact that they're going to be obviously in a really kind of a unique situation. So yeah, waiting to get some of the gameplay here. Looks like we have started round number 1, and the spike was planted here from Lottie.
Oh yes, so now you will see them defending it. They do have the Silva on the site, already shooting that arrow. He's gonna have to be watching to see long, but I don't think Possess is even close to even getting the defuse. Like, I don't think they're gonna have enough time, and they already took out their Brimstone, and now Cypher's just chilling in the back. Yeah, he's not gonna even try to defuse. He's just gonna have to wait, and the bomb will explode. So that will be round 1 going over to Lottie.
Pretty smart move, especially, we kind of came in there mid-round, so I can't really comment too much on kind of the situation. But, obviously economy being such more important factor of this game, especially since, some of the adjustments being made through some of these updates, especially one earlier on post-beta, I think, just having and saving that money is just so crucial, especially if you're an underdog.
Oh, most definitely. So, definitely need to save the money. And we will actually see Omen with the spike for Lottie. And Sage is going to put up a wall on B site. So she's not, she's going to slow it down so that anyone's not going to hit her. And Sage will fall down. So now Lottie is rotating onto B site. And Killjoy is still sitting in garage. So they're going to go ahead and be able to plant. Reyna is going to watch Omen's back. Cypher is going to get taken down by Phoenix. So Phoenix is going to switch out for Spectre. Omen's going to be rotating to Killjoy and takes out Killjoy. And now Brimstone is the only one alive, meeting up with Silva. And he is going to be in Cypher's tripwire and be taken down by Leverage.
Yeah, Leverage. A lot of, Lottie right there kind of pinching that Brimstone, which is really kind of well done there in between heading over to A. So it's going to be a quick 2-0 now here for Lottie as they are defending here in this one. Actually, so I apologize. They are attacking. So the really good thing about this is that obviously it is statistically harder to get these wins on attacking. This is going to be a huge boost for them when they switch sides at the half.
Yeah, but the plus side, since they already won the first 2 rounds, they have way better economy than Possess right now. So they're able to get like Vandals, Phantoms, or even LMG. And we will see Sage being blinded and being taken down by Phoenix. So now B will be cleared for Lottie. They're going to plan again on B. Killjoy is going to rotate, but she's going to be taken down instantly. So now it's going to come back down to a 5v1, and Cypher is trying to rotate over from A, but Omen might meet him halfway there, and he sees the sight, he gets blinded by Omen, he takes out Reyna, and now can you take out Omen, but Omen will get the kill because Cypher was still blind, so that will be another round win for Lottie.
Doing the best he could there. Obviously, I think too there might have been a player flanking from the CB area back over to where Cypher was, or even from the exit of A. Couldn't get the best perspective on it, but now 3-0 here for Lottie. And yeah, I'm really kind of curious. It's kind of rough, especially too, like in that closing set of time there on that last round where you had your 2 Sentinels left. And it definitely makes it hard, especially when all the duelists are alive on the other team.
Oh yeah, so now we actually will see Silva using his sniper to take out that Sage. So they will Possess will have no healing whatsoever, and they already traded a kill. So now it's a 4v4. Killjoy will be taken out by Reyna. Reyna rotated through the garage, and Raze will be taken out, but Pulse got taken out by Omen, and now it's down to a 3v1. And Brim is going to be trying to come from spawn, but Omen is also waiting right there for Brim to even rotate. So this is going to be an interesting play. Omen already hears Brim. I believe Omen's just going to get the kill before Brim even notices.
So we have Whirly and the Brimstone. Oh, wow. Didn't
The
even
disrespect.
disrespect, yeah. Coming up from behind. Like I didn't even it was weird to me. I had to do a double take to even like think that they might have been on the same team because Whirly was just sitting there and just comes up from behind, and you know, sometimes that happens in life.
And the thing is, with this game, and especially that map, always check your corners because anyone could be hiding in that corner just waiting for you to make that rotation. And Omen just knew that he had to be coming from spawn because his whole team was already watching the whole site. And now we will have Silva with a sniper on B. Try and wait for that safe to peek out. We do see Cypher taking out 3 people, so Cypher does have a 3K right now. And Raze will be taken out, so it's a 5v1. Stage is on A. They're planning on C, so this is not very good rotation for that Sage right now. Sage is going to be met by Phoenix. It will be taken out, so now it's a 5-0 lead for Lottie Esports.
Lottie pretty solid. A few more rounds to go before we do end up switching sides, I believe. Actually, we still got about halfway to go before the switch, but. Man, yeah, if you're Possessed right now, you got to be, making some adjustments because they are looking kind of like they're possessed by Lottie. I mean, they're getting met every which way. Some players were making a couple misplays there, but yeah, it's really kind of interesting that they only have 1 duelist as well in their lineup.
Honestly, it's true, but at the same time, you could play it right with that because you have Killjoy and Cypher on it, but it's not doing too well because your healer is going down usually in the beginning, so that's not working out. And then we will see a Brimstone ult being popped. It's not going to kill anyone, and we will see Brim taking out Silva. So now Brim's going to be rotating through mid. The Cypher is going to be taken out. Sage will have a sniper, but gets blinded by Phoenix, and Omen will get the kill on Brimstone, so that will be another round victory for Lottie Esports. So now it's going to be 6-0.
I really do enjoy Haven, just because of the fact that you do always have these options with the 3 sites. You're brand new to Valorant, obviously. This is one of this is the only map with 3 bomb sites, so or sites for the spike. But you know, that's my inner CS:GO talking from back in the day, being a boomer. But very excited. We've kind of been seeing, you know, some really good distribution here from the attacking side of Lottie. Again, Slick and Dream go down instantly, and so that's not looking too good overall right now for Lottie, or sorry, for the other team there, as that's going to be neural theft being activated by that Cypher.
And you know what? I do just want to mention that opening sniper pick from that Silva. That was a beautiful play. Brim was trying to get that kill off of Silva first by using his Molotov, but as you saw, you just saw Silva just jump up with the sniper and just automatically just got the shot that he needed on that Brim. So that honestly, that was my favorite play of that round. And now he will be going back to mid with the sniper. I think if you're possessed right now, I just wouldn't peek B, because they keep having a sniper on B and they're constantly picking off that first kill left and right.
Right now it looks like a frenzy. The Zydrix ran it back and is trying to, I think, engage with that Sage there from Possessed, but opts to go ahead and rotate. A lot of heavy confrontation, at least going on at the B site, but only Brimstone has died, followed by Raze there. That's going to be Twan on Possessed. And here's Jambi. Going to go take out Sage. That's unfortunate there for Possessed. Now they have no healer. Killjoy and Cypher remaining. Killjoy goes down, but takes out Zedrix posthumously, and kind of a similar situation that we've seen. You know, Dream gets Alec, but man, Dream has been making Dreams being one of the last players alive every time you're Possessed.
So it is now a 1v2 situation, and Spike already being planted on B. Cypher does have to do a little bit something because he only has 20 HP. So this is kind of a long shot, and now the other team will know that he is going to be coming from the back of spawn. So they're going to be watching B, and they both have a sniper. So this is not a good look for him because he could easily get picked off right here, but they're going to be rotating out. I don't think Cypher's going to have enough time to defuse it. So yeah, he's just going to have to take the step. And I think he's trying to get a kill, but I don't think he realizes they're not even by the bomb yet.
Losing that economy for that too. Well, he was at I think 7,200 there, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, just didn't know that they were rotating out. Obviously, you know, Lottie felt very confident there that, you know, maybe Cypher was saving like he was in previous rounds. But it's going to be leverage here with the spike. Normally their main spike carrier, from what we've seen, and going to be opting to go in there with Jambi potentially mid. But we're seeing a little bit of similar strategy to before. This time it is going to be 2 players now, the Omen and I believe that's Phoenix, that's Zedrix, going to be going to the C site. So 3 looking at mid and B, and another 2 going C long.
And we do see Phoenix already taking out their Brimstone. Sage will have a shotgun on Phoenix, but she's going to get killed by Reyna. That was a good pinch by Lottie. And Raze will be taking out Phoenix, but Omen will get the revenge kill and take out Raze for him. Now it's going to be a 3v1 situation. It's going to be Cypher alive again, and he's going to be in the back of spawn. But as you can see, Lottie has all 3 angles covered and ready to go on this. And can we see Cypher get the kill? And looks like Lottie will be getting the kill over Dream. So this is turning into a massacre right now for Lottie.
What?
So,
and I know, yeah, it is. I'm biased because I'm a Cypher main, but Dream and Alec have been going back and forth, and Alec definitely wanted some redemption there on Dream, especially because Dream has been the one that has been interrupting a lot of the flawlessness, I guess, from Lottie, I guess you could say. So, you know, obviously they're keeping an eye on Dream. He is the current top fragger right now after 9 rounds. So we'll have to see here. Right now, it does look like they've planted the spike back. Everyone's kind of rushing mid. We're seeing the Raze. That's going to be Twan. Oh, getting picked off there by Zedrix. And Spike still at spawn.
Yep. But we do see Silva going back for the spike, and Phoenix being able to dodge the ult and getting the pick off of Race. That was a good play. And we did just see Reyna taking out Killjoy. Now she's going to try and kill Sage, but we do see Sage with a sniper, but we see Omen coming in for the pinch. So this is going to be Body's kill. But Sage will get the sniper pick off of Reyna, and Brim will kill Silva. So now this is an interesting situation. Oh my god. Sage is popping off right now. Sage is the last one alive for her team. They're playing the spike on B, and she just has to deal with Phoenix and Cypher, and she is going to revive Raze. So now it's going to be a 2v2 situation.
That is smart. Again, Tuan got picked off very early on in the round. Really solid run here for Krippus. Again, Possessed is looking for round win, so this is a really solid potential for them. Again, they got Alec, and I believe that might be, is that Zedrix on the other end? That is, yeah, he's the sole Phoenix there. Oh, unfortunately, a little bit of pressure coming in. Zedrix goes down there from Tuan, and now it's a 2-on-1 here. This is looking good for Possessed.
And
Will
looks
they have
like,
time?
Yeah, no, they have enough time. Possessed will be getting the defuse off of this. Oh, no, I was wrong.
A second, and it goes off.
Oh, that was the round win they needed. Like Krippus, they did everything right in that situation. They took out Reyna, they took out Omen. They were able to stay alive long enough so that they would have been able to get their revive on Raze. It was just unfortunate that literally a tenth of a second, they weren't able to get the defuse.
I mean, that was insane. I mean, you gotta just think about maybe like a small hesitation, or maybe Alec's timing, and maybe in the engagement that gave Lottie enough time to hold them up. I mean, there's so many little things there, and that's definitely going to be something I know Possessed is going to be looking back at. But really, Lottie, their RNG on their side a little bit, or luck, or whatever you call it here, as we're heading now into this round number 11.
And we will see Insanity getting the kill off of Jambi. So now it is a 4v4 situation, and Phoenix does pop it out. Dream will get sniped by Leverage. So now Lottie is in their spawn and try and pick off the Sage off of this play right here. And the Sage misses the sniper shot, so Omen will get the kill. And Killjoy will be rotating, but will kill Omen. And now it's a 3v1 situation, and Cypher will get the kill off of Killjoy.
Alec again, one of the remaining members there of Lottie there towards the end, gets the kill there on Killjoy. And honestly, we're seeing from Possessed some really good breakout runs, or I guess single rounds from some of these players, so they can kind of get that synergy unified action up. I mean, this is going to really be a little bit unique, but we just saw, the Killjoy get popped off, or pop off, I guess you could say. Not get popped off, that means they're dying. But also the previous round ago before Krippus, So we'll have to see how this is going to go. Ultimately, though, the round switch is coming up. They do need to focus on that. Oh, big hit there coming on to Tuan. Zedrix does go down there because Krippus does get the sniper shot on. Alec also taking out Slick as well. So we're seeing the action kind of heat up there again. And the spike is being rotated to A, and that's going to be Dream that's going to have eyes on A at the moment.
And right now, it will go into a 3v4 situation, as we saw Reyna again that kill off of Killjoy. And now Cypher will be in the smoke of Omens, trying to potentially just, stall just a little bit to be able to take out Omen and Lottie's Cypher. Lottie Cypher is going to be watching. Alec is watching Dream right now, trying to make sure that he does peek out. Sage will get the sniper to kill, and get the shot on Reyna. Reyna will kill Reyna, and Cypher's still in heaven. He's just gonna stay there, even though what's weird, Reyna was over by the stairs of heaven and never went up into it, and now Omen will teleport into the smoke, but Cypher only had his knife. So he didn't want to fight, so he's just gonna take the death right here. So that will be a 12-0 sweep from attacking for Lottie. So Lottie needs one more win, and they're defending now. So this should be a little bit easier to win. So if they win this, then they will win the match 13-0.
So basically, to save third place, Possess has to win 3 in a row to be considered to get third place. Let me just point that out. So not looking too good for them, unfortunately. But yeah, we're gonna have to see what's being bought here. Who's going to be taking the spike? It looks like it's going to be going into the hands, I would think, of Killjoy, as the switch did occur. So yeah, we're just gonna have to see a solid defusal here from Lottie, and they can end up winning it, and it's gonna have to be Possessed having to hang on.
So now Lottie is all just chilling.
They're chilling in their spawn.
I think they're asking for a knife fight. Oh, okay. It looks like Possessed didn't want a knife fight, so they shot first. So now it's going to be a gunfight. This is where things get interesting with all of Lottie sitting in their spawn. And oh, this is like not
Something like this before. It's a 3-on-3 right now. Oh, Twan takes down Leverage.
It's a
Whirly takes down
2-on-2.
Twan. It's a trade-off right now. The turret is activated there from Killjoy. That's insanity.
Oh, and now Omen is just on. Here's the thing: if Possessed doesn't get these 2 kills off of Phoenix and Omen, then that would be it. That would be the match. But if they get these kills, or even the plant, then they honestly could win this round. They have more health than Phoenix and Omen currently. So
they're going C long right now, and Omen is
also going C.
them. Good read there by Omen. Oh, and he knows he can hear the sound, and boom.
Oh,
goodbye
that
insanity.
Was a clean kill. All right.
It was.
So now, I don't think he realized that his teammate didn't plant all the way. Oh, this is not a good look. Like he's there. Oh.
Oh boy. That is a very cinematic way to go out. I'll say that.
So with the 13-0 victory coming from Lottie will be moving on into the finals, and that will means that Possess, since they didn't win 3 rounds that they needed, they are not in the race for third place because with one tap being 2 points above them, now it's like one tap or Lays is the battle for third between those two, because whoever loses will get third place.
Incredible run there from Possessed, and yeah, y'all are cracked. GG's. Obviously Lottie is clearly the ones to beat here in this tournament. So we are going to be getting ready to get into the next match. You can see on the stream right now some of the stats. Lottie going 13-0 here in the playoffs. We got Lay's Clan and One Tap. I'm not sure if that's Lay's as in a homage to FaZe, or they're big fans of the chips, or if there's any special meaning behind that. I actually should have asked that in the interview. But yeah, you can see the round robin scores up there as well. It's just really, really telling that Lottie's going to be the team to be here.
Yeah, and the thing that I do want to mention as well, Lottie, they 13-0'd Possess both times.
No round given up at all.
And then coming into the semifinals, Lottie said, "No, you're not getting a round off of us." So for them to still be undefeated and then also still going, not giving up any rounds against Possess, that definitely shows something. And our next match will be between Blaze Clan and One Tap. So that's gonna be an interesting fight, because whoever loses that match will go into third place, but whoever wins will meet Lottie Esports in the finals.
Waiting to get the players into this lobby, ready to go from both teams. This will be pretty exciting, because again, this is going to be best of 1. So you got to just get to that 13 threshold. You're going to the finals. And then, the real question after that's going to become, can either of these two teams, whoever does move on, push Lottie to a third round, potentially in that final, because they are looking very hot. The one benefit is that these teams are going directly in. Not sure if there will be a break in between the semifinal and the final, but directly into the final. And Lottie is going to be iced a little bit. So, if anything, that. Okay, so One Up or One Tap has forfeited. I'm not sure if they have commitments and they had to drop, but they are. I don't know how that would work. Would that mean that they still get third? Seth gets fourth. Well, we'll get clarity on that later, maybe, I guess.
Yeah, we'll get clarity on that. So then that means that for the finals, since One Tap had to drop out, it will be between Blaze Clan and Lottie Esports. So, and here's the thing that's going to be different in the finals. It's going to be best of 3 instead of being a best of 1. So with it being a best of 3, now Lace has the opportunity to potentially, if they lose that first game against Lottie, now they have an opportunity in game 2 to bring that back and go into game 3. Or if Lottie just wants to end this we already seen what they have done against Lace, but at the same time, this is now playoffs, and you have to have a different mindset going in, and now how Lottie plays. You kind of have to use that to a little bit to your advantage and just play a little bit more strategically against this team.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird how the stars align. We interviewed both of these teams, and I know, Jason. I think you're familiar with one. I think I definitely have been casting tournaments previously, and I've seen them in them. And so they're definitely a really solid team. Fortunate that they had to go, but interviewed both of these teams. They're both in the finals. It's going to be best of 2, and for Lay's clan, they did in the previous match in round robin against Lottie only take 2 rounds off. They do seem like they do have a plan. It's more thought out now because they know what they're up against. But they're going to need to find a way to either get a quick win, force us to game 3, or do something.
That's definitely true because, again, the odds are currently right now in Lottie's favor, and then even then the ball is in their court because they have been the dominant force in this whole tournament so far. But at the same time, it's also where it's will that get to their heads, or will they even get a bad map that they are honestly not the best at? For instance, I've noticed that the more that I play the map Split, I will lose that more than I would play Ascent, Haven, and Bind. So I know for a fact, if I was in a tournament and my team we got split, I may not do the best on the map, and that's my crutch. So maybe there's a map for these teams that's gonna affect them.
Yeah, personally, 100% be Ascent, but what's really kind of unique about at least what we saw from Possessed and also from Lottie is that Lottie does seem to be very solid with their ops. So obviously that might mean that they're better at Ascent. There's obviously a lot of angles where they can pick some people off, and it does look like we do have all 10 players ready to go. I am noticing, on you guys can't see this if you're viewing. You're seeing the kind of the tail of the tape with Leverage, Zedrix, Swirly, Alec, Jambi for Lottie, and then Lays being Danky, APOC, Prime, Jim, Jun 2K, I think, Draco, and Poppy. But I'm looking at the pings here on Lottie, and man, we got 154, 20, 158, 188, 181. So Jambi, though, shout out to having the lowest ping in the room, but his 4 teammates, the 4 highest in the room. And the 2 through 6 going to going to Lay's clan, and it's gonna be Ascent. So we'll see what happens.
So I do want to mention the players that you want to look out for from from this match. It's going to be a Puck Prime from Lays. He consistently top frags, and he's been dominating in previous rounds for his team. So that's definitely a player that you do want to look out for from Lays, because he's a combat fragger. He could take on 1v1. So if he's in that situation, then you could definitely rely on him. Then from Lottie, you want to look out for Zedrix, who usually plays Phoenix, and constantly with his flashing ability that he uses with Phoenix and knowing how to utilize it, getting those angles right, he's definitely a threat to be reckoned with. Like, he is usually in the top frags, and then even then as well, you also have, with Zedrix constantly goes like 20-7. So already right there, like, those are the two people that you want to look out for in this match. And who knows, maybe if it comes down to a 1v1 situation between Zedrix and Apoc Prime, then it's definitely going to be an interesting matchup between those two.
We do have Jim June here. He is going to be Breach for Lay's clan. Kind of curious. So they got Breach, Sage, Sova, Jet, and Omen, going a really unique route there with some controllers, initiators, and sentinels. And so similar to what we saw in the previous round for Lottie, Sage, Cypher, Phoenix, Omen, and Reyna, not Raze. But yeah, so again, like two duelists, controller, sentinel, two controllers for that matter. So that'll be really kind of unique seeing these teams face off, given that we haven't seen a Jet, and I think that is the only agent we haven't seen yet so far.
And right now, as you can see, Lottie will be in mid site. Cypher is going to try to rotate through the spawn, but he is going to be met by that Brimstone. And Cypher will be taking out that Brim, but they do trade. So it's now a 4v4 situation. I spoke to Sim because they just cleared out A site that quick. So now they will be planning on A. Sage has to rotate from B, and that will be Draco. Draco will be getting the kill off of Alex, so now it's a 3v1 situation. Omen will be meeting her and will be getting the kill, so now that will be round 1 going over to Team Lottie.
I think it's Draco or Draco. It's in Draco Malfoy, but clearly we did talk to Draco in the interview, and clearly was a little bit concerned, visibly, about some of the sniping, some of the angles and stuff. So doing a good job there, but was quickly met after killing Alec by Whirly. So we'll have to see how round 2 goes here. It's going to be 1-0 right now for Lottie at the moment.
And the one thing that I do want to watch out for is leverage. Leverage usually buys an op. So I could say probably by round 3 or 4, leverage will have a op, and they usually get a pick off from attacking with ops. So if they are able to do that, then they could just storm the castle like it's nothing. Now we will see already Lottie will be taking out one player, and now it's already, that was quick. Clearing out that B site was already pretty darn fast. So now it's going to be a 1v5 situation. Jet will be taken down, so that will be a flawless round victory for Team Lottie.
That was kind of, as you said at the beginning, Zedrix and Apoc facing off there, and just really good aim there from Zedrix. I mean, long distance, didn't have to zoom in, just got the kill and the headshot as well. So yeah, I think too, you mentioned leverage clearly is, I'm not sure it's captain, but from the brief time we talked to them, clearly was the one answering the questions, and you could tell previously up against Possessed, clearly was one of the ones in charge of the spike and kind of being a playmaker, so to speak, is at least the read that I'm getting. But really solid camera placement there from Alec, getting a full view there of that midsection of Ascent, and it's gonna try to get Poppy. Poppy though getting the pistol shot off, and then Whirly meets and gets Poppy there, and that's really good for Whirly, especially too. Seems to be getting that trade every time, and then also continuing the assault. So really well done there by their Omen.
So, as already said, you do see leverage with the sniper already getting the kill off of Brim Brimstone. You know, it may not be the operator, but he's still able to get that kill with the Marshall. But Danky getting the Spectre kill off of Reyna, but now it's a 1v1 situation between Draco and Jambi. So Jambi is gonna plant A, but Jambi will know that Sage will probably be coming from heaven because they just closed the door, but Jambi's just gonna play a little bit strategic and potentially just go a little bit back so that Sage doesn't even notice.
I don't think. I think there was a little bit of time there. Oh, puts the wall up. Now gets the defusal, and I think that this might be. Fakes it out. Gets the kill there on Jambi. Jambi, the top fragger again from the last match against Possessed, and really solid job here by Draco. And it's 2-1. So you got to keep in mind the previous matchup that these two teams had in the round robin, 13-2 victory for Lottie. Already 2-1 right now here, and we're really seeing some of those adjustments being made here from the likes of Lace Clan.
Yep. So now, but here's the thing. So since now it's a 2-1 situation, and now Lace Clan, they should have a little bit more money in order for this round to have some better weapons to go against Lottie. This is going to be a little bit closer between these two now, and you know, with Ascent being the way it is, you know, it's a little bit of a small map, but with that big opening in the mid, you know, that's usually where a lot of death will happen. And we will see Poppy taking out Alec, so now he is going to be taken out by Jambi, so it's going to be a 3-4 situation right now, and Jim will be missing the Molotov on Jambi, so now it's going to be down to a 4v2 situation.
Yeah, and you know, it was interesting. Really saw a play there from Poppy, kind of casted a shadow to him, got the kill. But what's really good that Lottie's doing is they're recognizing, and they did say that when they mentioned callouts, was, you know, they're very quick to react when something does negatively happen to them because of the way that they're communicating, and that's pretty clear. Worley, usually the one with the quickest reflexes, getting on it, getting the trade back in their favor and all that stuff. So gonna be planning right now. It's gonna be up to APOC here to kind of figure things out here on B, which is where 2 of the 3 Lottie members are going to be sitting.
And now this is usually Lay's top fragger, so he is gonna grab the op. So this is gonna be interesting to see what he's gonna do. Potentially, he might be saving for this round since he did pick up that operator, which would be a good play, so that when he goes into the next round, he is able to have that op for mid or even for B. So he might be saving. I don't think their team notices it because they're not rotating 2 spawn, they're rotating to 2A. So for him being spawn, he's in the comfortable spot. So the bomb will go off. So it will be a 3-1 right now for Lottie. But at the same time, we will see APOC with the op, and he might be giving it to Poppy.
Yeah, so good use of some economy there. APOC, though, 700 right now in his pocket, or her pocket. Can't make that assumption. 0-3 right now, bottom fragging, but Draco there, 4-3 there for Lay's Clan. So really going to be kind of interesting seeing how that's going to play out. And again, we're kind of seeing some conservative bias levers there with the op, and then obviously the op coming up there from, you know, that player previously alive there on Lay's Clan. So leverage already going to be trying to lay down some shots on the middle part of this map, and we're seeing Jambi go first to Danky. So Danky, though, getting a really solid job as they were rushing A, and neural theft being put into play here from Lottie. So this is going to give Lottie a huge advantage right now.
This is definitely giving Lottie a huge advantage, and now their butt Lay's pretty much just got pinched in their spawn, and they're going to be picked off one by one. And as you can see, Zedrix, their top fragger for Lottie, is just popping off, getting the 4K, and that was a very beautiful play from Lottie. They pinched Lays in their spawn and was just able to go down, and Zedrix, again, those 4 kills gave him exactly what he needed to do for his team.
It was really solid. just everybody kind of in close proximity, and even the players on Lottie that were doing those kills, obviously positioning themselves very well to the point where Lays really had nowhere to go, and then their top fragger can just come in and just go to town. Very very solid play by them, as they're gonna have the camera go up on mid. Alec though going to be diverting his attention to B and trying to get after B here. Smoke off there from Jim June, I believe, from that brimstone onto B. And yeah, we're going to have to see this confrontation take place. Only one player there on the B site left. Poppy getting taken out there by Leverage. So we'll have to see if this confrontation is going to occur.
And now it is going to be Omen and Sage. Sorry, Omen and Reyna. Sage will be taken out by Reyna, so they're going to be playing B site. And now that Brim is fighting Sage in the middle, he takes out Sage, so now it's going to be a 3v1 situation.
Yeah, so Jim here. Oh, it's going to be met there by Whirly. Oh, and another great shot. Kind of in a really interesting position with the way that everyone was kind of laid out there on Lottie, but really good job there by especially Jambo the Cat, just getting that shot there off of the Sage on Lay's clan and really getting that spike off and applying some pressure there for Jim.
Yeah, so right now Lottie will be at 5-1 currently, so for them they're holding on to this momentum, but at the same time it's not as much of a blowout. Lays has put in work. We do see Poppy getting that sniper kill off of Leverage, so that means that there is no healer anymore for Lottie currently. And as you see, Lays will be taken out. So now it's a 1v4 situation with Sage being the only one alive. This is where Lays has to do something in order to save her team just a little bit. Omen will be coming around the corner, and as you see, Draco will be taken out by Worley.
Just a very quick round there yet again for Lottie, 6-1 at the moment. And yeah, this is going to be really kind of interesting to see if Lace Clan can come back into play here. Alec kind of contemplating what he's going to do there with those tripwires. Opposite just put a little bit lower. Obviously, really solid spot to put the trips, given that there could be an offensive push coming out from the defending team, which highly wouldn't recommend. It's highly unlikely, but good obviously for protecting your flanks as well.
Most definitely, and now you will see Cypher taking out that Sage right in there, and Brim will be taking out Reyna. He doesn't kill Cypher. Cypher is going to be sitting at 79 health, so Brim has the advantage right now. Will get taken out by APOC. So APOC being able to get that kill, it's now going to be a 3v1 situation. Lays has the advantage right now. Brim is going to be watching the angle. Phoenix has to do something right here, and he will be taking some damage. He is going to try to heal up just a little bit, and now he's going to be sitting back at 100 health, but he has no armor whatsoever.
Going up.
Yeah, I'm just kind of sitting and waiting right now. You can tell that they're all surrounding Zedrix here. I don't think he knows there's a player. Oh, he does get the read there, but met by Jim. And man, I'll tell you what, I think MVP of this round did go to Jim June, because what happened, especially with Alec earlier, was Alec did be in that confrontation with him. He opted to go back through the spawn from B to A, and it was immediately met by APOC without hesitation. So really well done. Obviously, you could tell that their comms played a factor in that one. Now 6-2, and so we're going to have to see, I guess from a storyline perspective, if Lay's Clan will be the first team to put 3 rounds on Lottie.
And now here we go. We will see them pretty much split pushing, having 2 mid, 2 A, and 1 B. And already Zeldrix will be taking out Poppy. So now getting the revive, so it's going to go back into a 5v5. Zeldrix will be taken out, and then John B will be taken out by APOC. So it's going to go down to a 4v3. It's going to go down to a 3v3 now. So Zeldrix will be taking out Draco, and then now Leverage taking out Danky. This is where APOC has to do something interesting. Gets sniped by Worley. So now it will be Jim. Oh my god, Jim. Will be alive, and now it's a 3v1 situation, and all of them are watching A site.
I literally just lost all processing power there for a second. I mean, with the fact that Worley again kind of matched and that trade, and clearly he's playing a factor here right now, putting some pressure here on Jim. You can see the shadow being cast there. Reyna, Sage, that's going to be Leverage, and that's going to be Jambo, or Jambi for that matter, all alive still here for Lottie, but we're probably going to be seeing Jim with 16 health just try to not really engage and potentially try and save here.
And he is going to be met by Reyna. He is going to take out Reyna, so that is a good kill for him because now Jambi will have to buy an item now instead of being able to save. So that was a good kill. Unfortunately, he couldn't get the round win, but it's all good in that situation, being able to still pick off a kill when they're escaping.
Especially too with 16 health, and I don't think it was so much the fact that Jambi was trying to go after him there, as it was Jambi was just trying to get out of the radius of the spike detonation. But nonetheless, though, that is a really unique situation, especially with that low amount of health. Getting that kill, obviously, that's going to be a positive effect to your economy since you were saving anyway. So on here with Alex right now, and we'll have to see what Alex can do.
And right now it is going to be Broom and Sage watching B site. Cypher's going to be the only one attacking B. And Omen deciding to use his ultimate to teleport behind B, but it didn't work out. Omen saw it. He just teleported back. So it will be a 5v3. All of Lottie is in mid. And now they're getting picked off by APOC, but they will be taking out APOC. And now we will have Phoenix pop his ult, try and rotate over into their spawn, into B, just to see where everyone's at. And he sees Sage, so now he is going to be going back because its ultimate ran out. So now this is where you do have to see what will Lace do, how will they cover the pressure. They are going to try watch mid, but at the same time, no one's watching A currently.
That's kind of where you're seeing Leverage go with the spike along with Zedrix. And again, Zedrix, the fact that Worley died and got picked off, covering the trade there, you can see some of the action here as the garage door is being shut there from Lays. But Hellfire being thrown in, good coverage there from, or I guess reactions there from Lottie, but Zedrix gets picked off, Leverage gets picked off, but he does take June down with him, and that's going to be another win for Lay's clan, and they get their third round, something that no team has been able to do. So good job to them. They're still down by 4 here in this one, but it's definitely not over by any means.
It's not over, and even if they do lose this match, they will go into a game 2 and already seeing what they need to do against this team, especially during these playoffs. Now they can have a better advantage because already getting 3 rounds, and all these round wins that Lottie are getting, except for that one round where it was a flawless, it's not like a dominating victory. Like, it's been close to where it's like a 2v1 or even a 3v2 towards the end. So I just do see Jambi taking out Omen from Lays, and now going against APOC, taking out APOC using his ultimate. So now he's gonna have his full health being taken out by Denki. And now Worley will be trying to teleport. Alex taking out Jim Gunn, Zedrix taking out Denki, and now it's a 1v4 situation. Alex will be taking out Draco.
Yeah, really solid job there. I think Alec and Draco have been getting into each other's crosshairs a little bit throughout the course of this round. It's going to be 8-3 here. Lottie over Lay's clan. We're on with Alec here at the moment, putting his tripwires in his patented spot there, right on the entrance for the defenders, or for the attackers rather, on B. So he is going to divert his attention to the middle part. We do see that's going to be Worley there with the spike, and then we also see Leverage, Zedrix, and Jambi all kind of isolated between B and A right now on the catwalk.
Most definitely. And now, this is, honestly, it's a sniping battle from mid. You do have APOC watching, but will be taken out by Zedrix. So Zedrix and the APOC matchup is favoring Zedrix just a little bit more currently. And now he does take out Danky. And this is where Lottie does come in clutch right here. This is where they start pinching their team. And already having that split push going on, you have Omen fighting on B. Sage taking out Reyna and then being taken out by Cypher. That will give Team Lottie their win. So they did win the attacking side 9-3. So now we will be going switching sides. So Team Lottie will be defending and Lace will be attacking now.
I'll tell you what, the way Lottie's positioning is just phenomenal because of the fact that there's always a player around another player, but they're never too close together where they can get picked off at once. And you saw when like Zedrix went down, another player was right there to go pick it back up. It's almost kind of like they're Mormons and they're going 2 by 2 to spread the word. But in this case, it's obviously to protect their positioning as they were attacking. But it's just really good. I mean, the enemy here in this case, Lace Clan, has very little time to react. Yes, they get the kill off on one of their top players, but guess what? Zombie was right there to counteract that immediately, and that's been something that's really been helping them that a lot of the teams in the tournament haven't been able to figure out.
And already you do see Zombie taking out APOC, so Worley taking out Dinky as well. Alex taking out Jim Jun. This is turning into a slaughterhouse for this round. Alex taking out Draco. It's now a 1v5 situation with Poppy dying to Alec and Alec getting the 3K off of that round.
And there you have it, a flawless victory there from Lottie. And man, I'm really liking some of the plays coming out here from Lace Clan, but honestly, to me, it's just looking like they're just getting overpowered. Rather, obviously, no team is perfect, but it just looks like Lottie is playing on a level, and clearly they're doing something right to where they recognize that the majority of the team does have the ping issue. Obviously, it's not because the internet connection, it's because they're geographically from Guam, more than likely, but really kind of adapting to the situation, and it's really cool seeing how they're preparing for it.
And you do see Poppy taking out Zombie, so now it is going to be a 4v1 for Team Lace. Currently, Team Lace will have the advantage, and they are going to be met by Worley, and they take out Worley. So now you do see their whole team trying to rotate to A. Cypher is going to be watching A site, but this is where things get interesting because the whole team is on A. They could easily take out Cypher, and they do with Draco. Draco getting the kill off of Cypher. This is now where things get interesting because they just have to hold these angles and make sure that they're able to take out Zedrix. And Zedrix will be going down to Poppy. So now it's only Leverage. Leverage is the only one alive, and Leverage is another top fragger as well. And this is where it's a do or die situation. He's in the 4v1. He does get noticed. He will be taken out by a puck who is Lace top fragger, but I don't think he's been top fragging for this match. But it's still an interesting thing of what Lace just did. So now Lace winning 4 rounds off of Team Lottie is now 4-10 for Team Lace, and Team Lace just need to do what they just did and just keep going at it because that honestly it worked for them. And they were able to get onto A site very quick and still have majority of their whole team still alive.
Yeah, I think it's those situations where they're isolated. That's really where Lottie's really popping off, especially in these 3-on-2, 4-on-3 engagements. But when that whole team rushes together, it really does. It's something I haven't seen, and they likely hadn't seen from many teams earlier on. So clearly, I would continue with that, and they're kind of doing that right now. They're getting pinched right now, but the flank from Alec coming from behind, taking out Jim, but 3 of the 5 are going to be, and it looks like that's going to be their stage also getting covered there by Worley. So now the gunfight now resumes to B, and other players are rotating over after taking out 2 of their teammates. So we'll have to see how this plays out.
And now it will be a 2v2 situation. Poppy taking out Reyna, and then Worley taking out Poppy. So Jet and Silver are the last 2 alive, and they have to do something. Worley will be taking out Danky, now he's in the gunfight with Jet, and Zedrix will get the shot on APOC. So that will be a round win for Team Lottie.
Yeah, really well done. And I think, it just came down to that positioning because it was, Cypher and Sage kind of getting pinched there. Alec with a really solid job on the flank, and then some pressure being provided there by the team. Prevented all 5 of them from getting back over. But you can kind of see right now that 3-2 strat at the moment. We'll have to see if Jim and the Sage will unify with them. But time will tell here as we're seconds away from their push.
And as you can see, they're trying to do a B push again, but this time they're going to use majority of everyone in mid, but at the same time they're all being met. APOC will begin the kill off of Jambi, while Zedric gets the kill off of Jim Jun. And now we will see Sage blocking off mid market, so this is where things are going to have to get slightly interesting. Alec will be taking out Danky. Alec take out Draco, and now you see APOC taking out Leverage. So you have it's a 2v2 currently.
It is a 2v2 though, but man, just like that, with Alec and Worley taking out APOC and Poppy, it is going to be 12 to 4 with Lottie winning there. And what's really kind of unique is we're potentially at match point. We're 1 away here for Lottie. But speaking of the devil, that was the point I was going to make. Alec here with this tripwire, because if you noticed, Zedrix did die a little bit early on in that last round because he was in a little bit of a gunfight there, pushing through B, a solid read, and was met by Jim, I believe. But it really does help if you do cover that area with that trapwire, because of the fact that, that could have been a huge flank. Same thing again, Zedrix does get a lot of the team because he does come from behind.
And already Zedrix being at a 3K, getting a 4K to finish off the match. So that will be Team Lottie winning 13-4 for game 1 of this best of 3.
Wow. Yeah, I was just kind of talking a little slow because literally I was trying to make a point that I was elaborating on from the previous game, and then as we're watching it, the same thing happens. And honestly, that was a really good play there by Zedrix. You can tell top fragging this one. Alec having as well. Jambi, who was, I believe, the top fragger for the Zest game, getting a solid score there. And look at Leverage, just kind of doing some of the dirty work, healing, planning, and taking some of the hits for the team. But we'll have to see. We might be going right back into it. And I think it definitely helped to a degree that the Lace clan, well, can't really make that claim because One Tap did forfeit, but they didn't have really too much of a break or any advantage there.
Oh, most definitely, and then especially because originally APOC, he was pretty much sitting at the bottom of the leaderboard for his team, so that's already a bad sign when your top fragger and especially your duelist, they're not putting up the kills in the beginning. That's not a good sign, because now their team, they're just gonna start running away with it because you really don't have that attacker to be able to pick off kills when they need to, and that's what Jet is utilized for. So for APOC to all of a sudden start top fragging, that was very beneficial, but it was also a little bit too late, because if APOC started getting kills within the first 5 rounds, because we went to the 3rd round, he was 0-3. Going to the 4th round, I believe he was 1-4. So already right there, it's like, you have to look at that if you're Lace. You have to look at, well, you're a duelist, you're usually top fragging. What happened in that? Like, what can we do in order to make sure that we're utilizing you to our advantage and be able to outplay Team Lottie? And then Lottie, pretty much they had, when they were attacking, they constantly did a split push. They did either 1B, 2 mid, 2A, or 2A, 2B, 1 mid. And they did that in a way so that it would throw everyone off, that you really wouldn't know where they're really gonna plant the spike, and then even then, it was also a matter of just getting everyone from lays by themselves and be able to just take them out one by one.
Yeah, so match number 2 coming into play. All of those points Megan just mentioned definitely going to be valid here for the second match. Going to be going to Bind. So first time that we've seen Bind cast on stream today, but we have seen Bind previously in the tournament. So we'll have to see. I wouldn't expect too many adjustments, I think, from Lottie at the very least in terms of their agent selection. We'll have to see what Lay's Clan is going to opt to do as well. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Obviously, two sites, teleporters, so that'll be a fun time. And clearly it's going to be a little spread out to a degree. So we'll have to see how this will play out.
So here's the one thing that I do want to question: will APOC stay on Jet, or will APOC potentially switch to a different agent? Because yes, Jet is a duelist, but in my opinion, she's not one of the best duelists. Like, especially when you have people like Phoenix who could blind people, use their fireball, and you have people like Reyna who can also blind people, can recover health, and also go invisible. Then you have people like Raze who has grenades. It's definitely a question of if they're going to say it. As you can see, you will see APOC staying on Jet. So they did keep the same composition that they had for their team, but for Team Lottie, you actually do see a switch. Instead of Reyna, they do have Jet as their secondary duelist.
Yeah, I'm really kind of curious to see maybe the players switch. Some of the agents, I think, on Lace Clan did stay the same. I'm not sure about the Sova. I believe they still have the Sova. But the one thing that is really kind of unique is that now Zombie the Cat is Sage. So Leverage is going to be one of the other players, or one of the other agents, I should say. Whirly, though, is going to take out Danky. Danky still remaining Sova. Poppy remaining here as Omen. But yeah, really curious to see if maybe Leverage is the Jet. I wouldn't think that Whirly would switch up. Whirly dies. Unfortunately, Leverage is going to be the Jet, taking out Poppy. So that kind of confirms that. Obviously, Alec going to be staying here as the Cypher.
So that's definitely interesting. You do have Leverage switching to Jet, who is one of their top fraggers for Team Lottie, right behind Zedrix. So for him to do that, I think he did that to kind of mess with APOC. Because just know, like, oh well, you're supposed to be their duelist for their team. Okay, I could play Jet as well and potentially counter you and do better than you. So bold move, and it's working out for him as well. So this is going to be an interesting fight because two top fraggers as the duelist, you're going to pop off. And as you see, already taking out 2 people, they only have 3 people left, and going down to 1 person on their team, it's going to be Sage. Only have a Stinger. She's not going to be able to get the kill. Leverage will get the sniper shot off. And Omen, he was kind of just distracting that Sage. As you saw, he was just spinning around. So Sage would focus all their attention on Omen instead of focusing on Jet, who had a sniper.
Yeah, and that is Whirly for you. And Whirly just exciting. Because honestly, it's 2 points. I mean, Mega's mentioning everyone's kind of top ranking. That's honestly true. Whirly being one of them. Right now it's Zedrix and Leverage. Alex up there as well. Zombie probably going to be a little bit more of a supporting role, being the healer. Obviously going to take a step back because Leverage, who did have some really solid stats previously, he did go 5 and 8 in that last game there as Sage. Probably just trying to be some utility there for the rest of his team. But APOC, though, yeah, really probably is going to have to be the initiator and step up at least for the likes of Lay's Clan here. The wall going up. Zombie the Cat is going to be taken down, but we'll have to see if they're going to penetrate the wall or rotate here, as it looks like all the action's on A.
Well, here's the thing. As you see from Team Lottie on the map, Cypher is rotating from B to their spawn towards showers. So this is definitely interesting. And the sniper shot from Leverage to connect on APOC will be taken out. And Cypher was rotated a little bit too slow, but his team does clean up. So that will be another round win for Team Lottie.
Yeah, really well done there by Leverage with the quick reaction there, really kind of getting some of those exposed players there that did hop up on the stage wall. So now we're looking at Hookah, and that's a really cool Alex did get that going. The diagonal trip, something really hard to look out for, and just immediately reveals that your location through it. So really kind of interesting there. We're gonna have to see if anyone's coming C long, but we're going back to Danky.
B long.
And now to APOC.
there is no C, like you said, C long.
I don't know what I'm thinking at this point.
I don't know either, but you do see Alex making the rotation again along with Zedrix. He is going to be met with APOC, so this is going to be interesting because APOC will have the sight, but at the same time, he looks off of the point because he heard Cypher, and you will see Zedrix getting those 2 kills. That's back. Cypher picking off a kill on Poppy. So they're pretty much just cleaned off the site. They're going to pinch them into showers, and this is just going to be a massacre right now. And as you can see, there we go. The flank into the pinch. That is Team Lottie's expertise right then and there. They could have someone or even 2 people rotating into the flank and being able to pinch the other team into one spot, and that was the showers. And it's not going to work out for their team that well. This is honestly, this map is going in Team Lottie's favor. Like I don't see them really struggling with this map, especially when they're defending. They're going on a rampage. They're being able to do these plays that you have to figure out a way to stop their team.
And I believe that was Jim sitting ducks there at the end of that round, and I think that was Poppy getting taken out there by JB the Cat. So gonna have to see what the team's doing. But this is the thing, I don't think they know that Zedrix is going to be right there pushing onto them, and we're gonna see a quick oh, there it goes. Zedrix goes down by APOC, gonna smoke off the other side of Market, and kind of uses that updraft to smoke off the teleporter and going through Hookah. Headshot by Draco on to Alec there as we're by kind of the entrance to showers in that area closer to spawn. But back on B, it's going to be Leverage here with the op, and can hear the planning going on, and that's going to draw some attention there from Draco, I would think. Or actually, that might be Jet. That's going to be APOC going down, and the action's just getting started.
Ooh, the dash from Leverage into the pistol kill. That was a beautiful play by him. Honestly, what is Team Lay's issue is that they don't have map control right now. Like they're attacking, and pretty much Team Lottie, they're just already killing them from behind because their Team Lottie's getting map control while defending, which is weird because usually when you're defending, you don't want to push out that much because that could ultimately clear the site. But they're doing it in a way because Team Lays are not paying attention right now, and they're letting them get this get map control, while Team Lottie is just like, oh, thanks for the free map control. We're just going to keep coming from the flank and keep pressuring you and getting these kills, or even pinching you into rotating. And now we do see the sniper shot being taken on from Team Lays in order to be taking out Lottie. Derek will be popping his ult. He is going to be met by APOC, so this is going to be a battle between the 2 top fraggers for both teams. And as you saw, Leverage will be taking out APOC. Jim will be taking out Zedrix, and Poppy will have a sniper. And he's just trying to bait them out. Draco will be taking out Leverage. We're really taking out Jim. And this is where things are interesting and already getting taken down by Worley. And
one-on-one,
he has to do something. And he probably only has like 10 HP left. And Worley taking out Silva for the win. Silva was popping his ult, but Omen was already coming from behind, so that's unfortunate play from that Silva, and now it's going to be 6-0 Team Wade.
Yeah, it's gonna be Danky. I believe Danky might even be like a moderator for NEA. So shout out to Danky. But yeah, unfortunately, he had his back turned, and now it's really just I think affirming the point that Mega just made about the map control that Lottie is having at the moment. I think it is kind of interesting. Leverage now is the top fragger in this game. He was the bottom fragger the previous one, but obviously the switch to a duelist from Sage clearly helping him out stats-wise. Here's APOC is currently slowed there by Jambi, who is going to be covering A long.
And you actually will see Lays getting the first kill off of Team Wadi. And as you can see, Sage will be blocking off, but will be taken down, but Leverage taking out APOC. So Alex is sitting in Teleporter. He's going to be met by Sage. Sage is actually not going to be around him. So this is where things are going to have to get interesting because Sage has to pretty much wait for him to peek out. And she does block him off, but Cypher only have 29 HP. He can't do anything right now against the Sage. And Sage pretty much Lays, they already got the plant. So you might have to take this round loss for Team Wadi.
Yeah, Alec is in a really tough spot. He had a solid idea initially. He's kind of in a point of desperation now. We might have to see if one player is going to be crazy and go through the teleporter and meet him. But that's going to be Draco taking down the last remaining health. But what he kind of did there with Draco was kind of unique. He was shooting to the left-hand side, then moving over to the right. So that way it would kind of align Draco to shoot back at him on that side, and he could establish position, or an estimated position, I guess you could say, of where Draco was. But with that being said, I mean, Draco kind of moved in, got a little bit of damage on, and then kind of just stayed behind some of those boxes kind of out of the frame and made it impossible really for Alec to get out, especially with more teammates rotating over there, being the sole survivor there for Lottie.
And now you will see Poppy with the operator, and this is usually where he does come and play. And Omen actually will be teleporting into his own smoke. That's actually a play I do. I will put a smoke down just to teleport into it, just to throw off the team because no one knows. But APOC will be getting the kill off of Worley. So already having the advantage right now, having a little bit of map control, being a 5v3 situation right now. A is almost clear. Phoenix already rotated to A from B. Alec is trying to rotate, but APOC getting the kill on Zedrix. This is exactly what he needs to do to help out his team. Jet is watching them from the side, and now it's going to be a 5v1 situation, and Poppy's going to get killed down by Alec, and it's going to be a 1v4, and Alec will pop his ult. But at the same time, it's not going to help out. APOC will be getting the long shot from Heaven, and now the 3K to end it. And now, as you see, APOC is already has been top fragging for Team Lace, so that's helping out. Actually being one kill behind from Leverage, who is the Air Jet on Team Wadi.
And I think that's kind of expected from Lays. From Jim June can definitely get up there. He's been very masterful here with Brimstone. So I'm really excited to see if we're going to see more coming out of Jim June. But also crazy name, by the way. I love saying Jim June. Really cool. Got the alliteration in there. But we're going underway here. This is going to be Zedrix right now. And taking out APOC early. But the recon bolt there playing a factor as well. That's going to be Danky that shot that one. Danky now trying to come up from behind and see what's going to happen here. And launches another dart. And that was destroyed there. But Zedrix taken down by Poppy coming from the other end, probably through Gardens. And now this is really turning into a classic gunfight as everything's kind of culminating right between Gardens and some of the openings there on that side of the map.
And honestly, that's not good smoke by Brimstone. They are planning in mid, and Sage is watching that. And she does take out both Sage and Silva. And she's going to revive Zedrix, who is the top fragger right now. So this is going to be a massacre right now. As you see, Jambi already getting a 4K, and APOC still alive. And the ace for Jambi, the first ace of the stream so far. Oh my god. absolutely insane play from Jabby. Knew the situation that she was in, was hiding in Brimstone smoke, and even heard the plant, waited for the plant, got the 2 headshots off of Sage and Brimstone, then revives her teammate Zedrix just to go pop off and get 3 more kills after that. That was a phenomenal play by Jambi.
Used Zedrix as bait. You love to see it, and yeah, that was impressive, especially considering that screened off majority of that gunfight with that smoke. So we're already seeing right now, Jamie's been doing a really solid job just kind of covering that A-long area. Poppy's been kind of matching up with Jambi a little bit here with this op fight. And the smoke obviously coming in from Omen, not going to be visually making it any easier for any of those players. APOC, though, going to be coming up through market here. Might be going through hookah, but ops otherwise. And maybe, doesn't realize, I think, that Alec is right there, but gets the headshot on Alec, and now moves right back over. And so, I think we just witnessed APOC going off camera, killing Jambi there. Jim June, though, here in the corner, knows that they might be coming from the A-long site.
Oh, wait.
Yes.
Oh, bro, APOC just got a 4K off of that play. So,
She did.
beautiful play from APOC. So, it's now 7-3. So, now, Team Lanes, they're getting a little bit more map control now over Team Made. So this is what they need to do. It may have came a little bit too late because they only have 2 more rounds left of attacking, then they go to defending. But at the same time, when they start defending, then that's when they need to make sure that they're keeping that map control and they don't let Team Made hold it.
Oh yeah, so shout out also to the Lottie Esports account saying good luck and thanks to NEA for bringing Valorant to the events. Mario Kart can only do so much, guys. We just kidding. But Valorant, obviously, FPS, bringing that action in. And then obviously there's Smash, there's some Fortnite events, collegiate events, Saturday Speedway. It's really cool adding Valorant to kind of the portfolio of NEA events. And really cool to see, the run that Lottie is on right now. We have seen the 7-3 before in the previous game with Lays being down at the weakest margin of 4 with 10 rounds in the books. Worley taking out Denki and Jim June. Really solid move there. And now these walls going to prove to be a little bit costly time-wise here for Draco.
And as you see, APOC will have his ult pop, but being taken out by Worley because he was being shot in the back. So now that will be a round win for Team Lottie. And sitting at 8-3, we're going to the last round before the swap. So if they win this, then they'll be up by 6 rounds. However, if they lose this, then they're only up by 5 rounds going to when now Team Lottie will be attacking. So that's a little bit of a closer margin for Team Lays in order to actually keep it a little bit close. But they're picking up momentum now, and that's the scary thing to see because now they're able to go and compete against Team Lottie. Team Lottie is kind of having to strategically do things a little bit differently. And Alex getting the first pick of the round and from a sniper watching B long. And now this is where APOC's going to have to look to the left. Take out Zedrix. Zedrix does take out Denki though, but APOC will take out Leverage. So this is where APOC is going to have to start popping off for his team just a little bit. And Zedrix will be revived. So this is going to be a dicey moment. And APOC takes out Zedrix again. Takes out Omen. Oh, but Jambi will be taking out APOC. APOC honestly almost had the clutch. And as you can see the spray from Cypher. The good luck, have fun spray. And if you actually saw the leaderboard, you actually saw APOC actually top fragging in the match overall at 19 kills, where Leverage, I believe, Leverage is actually 2 kills behind from APOC, sitting at 17 kills.
Shoutouts to Jambi, though, moving up to being top fragger for Lottie, playing Sage, especially, too, given if your healer goes down early, not a good sign. So you always got to be aware of of an aggressive and a very strong Sage. That makes my boots tremble at night when I'm playing this game, just because of the fact that if your Sage is alive, being the lifeline for the team, that's a little bit of something to keep an eye on. But the Shadow going out, oh man, that is going to be leverage going early there to Poppy. Alec is falling as well, but 10 health here for Poppy at the moment. And Poppy probably trying to circulate, see if he can maybe get a heal. Jambi the cat going up through here as well. We'll check the corner. Something unfortunately Danky didn't do last round with that trade with Zedrix. But Danky, though, does take Zedrix out for some redemption now. Whirly taking out Jim Jun. And so we're going to see Whirly and likely, that's going to be Jambi behind, battling here with Poppy. Poppy, well, actually, 4 of them are left there on, now 3, with Poppy dying there to Jambi the cat. 3 left now on the likes of Lay's Clan. Spike could be being planted here. You're seeing Danky come up here with this dart, and that is going to spread some people out. Jambi takes out APOC. Jambi with Danky as well. That's a 3K for Jambi. And now it is a 1v1 between Draco and Jambi. Battle of the Sages.
Oh, Jambi was trying to rotate behind and get the kill from the back. Oh, this is going to be interesting. He's going to have fake defuse. He knows that he's right there. He doesn't get off of it in time, so Jambi will be getting the 4K off of that round, winning it for Team Lottie. So now it's going to be 10-3.
There was almost a point where it was, I believe, Jambi going the other direction, to where I almost was thinking to myself in my head, maybe Draco had a little bit of time to get that off. Easily would have gotten to half and gotten a solid pump fake in. But man, I don't know. But that was a really solid read there by Jambi. Clearly doing a really solid job in Sage. And we are seeing a relatively decent coming here onto the B side with, looks like, Alec and Whirly potentially going long. Oh, but Alec gets met by Poppy there through the gardens.
And APOC actually took out Zedrix as well. So already you're taking out Alec and Zedrix, who have been staying up, getting kills for your team. It's doing well, but the one person that I haven't taken out yet is Jambi, who's been literally getting kills for his team left and right. As you saw, he just did that pistol kill right there and will be taken down, but Poppy will be killed by Whirly, met by Leverage as well. So it's going to be a 3v2 right now. Team Lays, they're going to have to do something against that Omen, that Jet. Leverage's ult is going to be rotating, but he's going to be met by APOC. APOC will have a Sheriff. So this is where things are going to have to get a little bit interesting for this team.
I don't think APOC. Oh, checking the corner. Oh, no. But from behind, it didn't look all the way. That was a really solid vantage point there from APOC, or actually Leverage on APOC. And Leverage trying to bank on that. But Danky's getting Whirly. Oh, no, it has to reload. It's a little bit of a scramble here with Leverage and Danky. Leverage does get it at the end. And man, this is something I was going to mention earlier, and I thought. I lost my train of thought. I don't know. I think I cut out there. But in the previous game, that little run came from Lays on attacking. But what's interesting is, and unfortunately the numbers really aren't backing me up on this, but you could kind of tell from the last several rounds that there were some real glimmers there where Lays could have taken out some of these rounds on defending. So we'll have to see. I mean, it's two more round wins away. Or actually, one more round win array, rather, for... actually, no, 2 more round wins away I can't add and subtract for Lade, but we'll have to see if there's anything left in the tank right now for Lays.
And Poppy taking out Zedrix while Alec getting the trade on Poppy. So it's going to be into a 4v4. Jim Jin will be watching this site. He knows that 2 people are there. Oh, he is going to be met by literally the army, just gunning him down right there. APOC will get the headshot on Alec. So this is now going to go back into a 3v3, but Zedrix and Jambi are both alive. Jambi will begin the kill on APOC.
Spike goes down there with Draco taking out Whirly. Oh, but in a really unfortunate spot on that 2-on-1. And so Zedrix does take out Draco. Attackers win. And match point here now for Lottie.
He has just one more round win in order for Team Lottie takes home this whole tournament. But this is where it's a clutch moment for Team Lace. If they could win this round, then they could delay it just for a little bit longer. But at the same time, it's also, relatively speaking, can you win 9 rounds in a row to tie it so that would have to go into overtime?
No hard feelings.
I mean, there's been crazier things that have been done. Alec, though, going off right now. One away from a 3K here. Whirly takes out Danky. This is a strong push here for Lottie. And so, oh man, it looks like Jim June and Poppy are going to be the only ones left. Jim June goes down to Alec. That's the 3K right there. And Poppy takes out Zedrix, but Alec there meets him with the trade, gets the 4K, and also gets the win there for Lottie Esports.
Also, I just realized for both matches, we ended off with a 4K. So
Really?
that's yeah, we did. So that's a phenomenal play. But as you saw at the end, it was pretty much just a rush from Team Lighting. They just honestly they wanted to end it. But the interesting that I do want to mention, you actually had APOC top fragging overall, getting 22 kills for his team. Unfortunately, his team couldn't capitalize on that, but him sitting there with 22 kills, out fragging everyone on Team Lade, that's honestly very spectacular. And then Jambi, being the support player, getting 20 kills, that's also amazing. Being the team MVP for their team, definitely phenomenal play. But it all came down to also how close Team Lottie was also in kills, getting the map control early, being able to take out Lays. They did exactly what they needed to do.
Yeah, they really did. So I'm pretty excited. I think we're going to go ahead and get an interview pretty quickly here with Lays Clan. Second place, really solid, especially given the talent of the teams here in this tournament. So pretty momentarily, we're going to have an interview with them. Obviously, APOC, Poppy, Danky, Draco, Jim Jim. We talked to them earlier. We're going to be getting their thoughts on their runner-up finish here today.
Yes. So
Cheesed.
Yeah.
Welcome, y'all.
Welcome.
It's a depressing day for Lays Clan.
Unfortunate. Unlucky.
Unfortunate how we beat everyone except for, what was it, Latte.
No worries. I got a lighthearted question.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess to get the mood going. So, how did you guys? I guess what was the origin story behind your name? Is it like homage to and maybe another team? Do you guys just like chips or?
Oh no,
what's up?
we just like chips.
Oh, APOC, bro, I got this. So back in the day, this was like a few years ago, we needed a clan tag for GTA Online, and I'm like, Lace Clan.
It's literally they just made up on the spot. We didn't
Yeah.
have a team name before the tournament, so we just went with Lays Clan.
So
I got a good slogan for you guys. Playing with a chip on your shoulder. How about that?
Ooh, I like it.
I like it.
But I'm not sure we're gonna stick with his name.
Yeah,
Fair
I
enough.
want to go to tournaments with Lays Clan.
Yeah, we might need to change it due to copyright.
Hey, I mean, what if you guys get sponsored by Lays? I'm just saying,
Maybe.
Oh,
Yeah,
That is a possibility.
Now, so you guys picked up more than 2 round wins against Team Lade in the finals. You guys were able to get 4 round wins in the first game and then 3 round wins. What happened to you guys? Like it felt like you guys had momentum, and then next thing you know, it was like, where did it go?
I honestly
Honestly,
couldn't tell you.
They let us win. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm actually serious. I think they were just letting us win. Like they would kind of just like screw around in the beginning of the round, and then when they were actually getting like low on members, they'd start like killing all of us. Like literally, one of their guys could take us all 5 of us. Like it's not. They're just better at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Now, APOC, so you match MVP'd for the
Yeah.
second round. but when it came to the first round, you team MVP, but you started off slow in the first round. What made you change up your gameplay so that you were able to help out your team the way that you should have as a duelist?
I was just kind of like recognizing like the way that they peek stuff and like when they would check certain corners, and then I just kind of adapted to that, and then I tried to counter that with peeking and using my because I played jet both rounds. I tried to use my jet like dash and updraft abilities to my advantage, and I guess it turned out well, but I guess it just wasn't enough. So maybe hopefully next time I can perform on the same level, and we can hopefully bring home the win.
Oh, most definitely. Like I do want to see you guys play again as well,
Yeah.
because it's like you guys are up there. It's just again like going against Team Lottie, and they were pretty much a dominant force to be reckoned with. Now, but at least now what you guys potentially need to do if you guys play against them next time.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna practice for it.
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure, yes.
Yeah, I know.
We're
Like,
gonna. I want to be a fighting chance against them. I don't want to be like I don't want to be like what's it called possessed in one tap. I want to be up there with them. Even if we don't win, I at least want to lose 13-10 rather than 13-4.
Yeah.
thinking too, like you guys all had like your own individual like breakouts. I mean, APOC, you were kind of going off. I mean, Dank, you had some
Yeah.
really solid kills, and I know like the first game at I think it was Haven, or it was Ascent. Jim June, they're having a really solid run, and then Poppy, you had I think 5 first bloods in that
Yeah.
previous game. I mean, yeah, you were really kind of stirring up some conflict. So yeah, it was just really cool around. I know Draco, you were involved going back and forth with the few members on their end as well. I mean, so really well done all around, honestly, and good job. And yeah, we're looking forward to you guys returning and proving yourselves again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Exciting.
Playing Valorant till 5 in the morning. Can't wait for that.
Oh dang, it's 5 in the morning for you?
No, it's just
Nah.
every day when we would practice. That's how long we practice for.
Yeah. Oh dang. Well, hey, I mean, maybe you guys need like one more hour.
I mean,
Hey.
no, we did improve though. We did improve.
Yeah,
Like I'd say
we
everyone
did.
improved. I think if we just
100%.
keep on going, we can actually be
I think
something.
us as a team mechanically, I think we're up there with Latte, but just overall, I think our just coordination just needs some improvement to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We just need-
most definitely. Like
Yeah.
I do feel like if you guys keep practicing the way that you guys are saying that you guys practice, you guys would be with Team Lottie. I do have to say like personal advice, don't give up the map control on Bind, because there were too many times they were just flanking from B and
Yes,
picking
I
you guys
know.
into shadows.
Yeah, I realized that late on, and then I tried to start picking off the rotators, which did in turn help a little bit, but again, wasn't enough.
Yeah,
Phoenix that was
it
doing a lot of
like
that.
a little bit too late.
Yeah.
But hey, we're the eye in the sky. We can kind of see everything, and
Yeah.
it's all perspective. And obviously, you guys are in the heart of the action, so just something there as well. But yeah, I mean, second place, though, really well done. I don't know if Maggie, you have any questions, but
no, I don't have any more questions.
it's kind of it for me. But yeah, I really kind of enjoyed it. You guys had like those really 2 solid runs that broke up the match, where we were kind of like, hey, how long is this gonna last, and left us wondering. So that was really good at least, and you guys cracked the code a little bit in the Lottie's magic there, I guess, just shutting teams out left and right.
Yeah, it might take us a little bit to fully get it, but I think we can get there.
Oh yeah. Now I do wish you guys a good day. Hope you guys have a good day. Thank you guys for competing out and
Thank
getting
you.
second place. And hopefully we'll see you guys in the next tournament. All right.
All right.
Yeah, for
Thank
sure.
you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.
Good. I think we're going to be going to our winners next. A lot of esports will be getting confirmation from that, I believe, momentarily. Awesome. So we're here with the winners. A lot of esports guys have clearly been the ones to beat all day. So just kind of curious how you thought those 2 games sort of went, and how they rounded up, and how you guys feel about your wins.
All right. So I guess what happened in our first game was we just, like I said, before, it was the same play style. We played aggressive. Well, we went for the early kills, and then wherever we got the kills, then that's where we went for, like, that site. And then same thing for the second game. We played split. Oh, not split. Sorry, bind. We started the tournament on bind. We ended it on bind. So it felt like that was a good fit for the ending.
Now,
I got a. Oh, go ahead, Mega.
oh, sorry. Now leverage. Did you? I just have like this main question for you, especially. Did you switch to Jet on purpose to pretty much just like show that you could do better than their Jet, or what was the reason why you switched to Jet on buy?
So on our servers, I actually main Jet. So that's the reason why. I just wanted to play Jet once.
Oh, okay. See, I
Yeah.
thought you did it to get in his head. I was
Oh,
like, oh, he
no.
probably did it just to mess with him, like, oh, I'm the better Jet, but all right, you actually made Jet, so that makes more
Yeah.
sense.
So I guess the question, just building off of that, is who is the Sage main? Because I know Jambi switched from Reyna to Sage when you moved over to Jet. Was that any significance there? I mean, probably not. I was just kind of curious to follow up with that.
Mhm. So because of Jambi's lower ping, we made him frag, of course, with Reyna. But then since it was our last game, like I told him, I just decided to play him on. So Jambi normally plays Cypher and Sage. That's what he normally mains.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. Alec was doing a great job there with Cypher. I know. The one thing that I guess that really just stuck out to me from how you guys played is like, I, it's weird. I kind of compared you guys to Mormons, but like how you guys play, it's really kind of unique because you're never too close together. But I feel like it had to do with when we talked about your communication before. If you guys were always winning the trades, like you'd have somebody go, to Poppy or potentially another player from the other team, and somebody would fall, but then within about 2.5, 3 seconds, somebody else would be on it. It would be Worthy or potentially even, Cedric, somebody else. But is that like, something that you guys have worked on? Because you're very quickly, and we're talking like reflex and timing here, just taking out players that are being the constant threats in the gunfights against your team.
All right. So currently, actually the correct way to pronounce it's called Laddie Esports. And so we currently have our own tournament going on, and there's actually there's 5 of us, but there's 3 of us in different teams. So we prepare individually for our own teams. So then when we got together here, we try to mash it up together. So the way we mashed it up was you're actually correct, is we did play spread out, but we try to get the picks. So it's like, it's not baiting necessarily, but it's like just trade kills.
Yeah, it's
And then
trading.
we all know in this team we're individually talented. We can frag. So that's why I guess we have that trust within each other to actually do it.
Yeah, that's really cool. It's a really unique play style, and it's definitely worked out for you guys. It's been pretty evident, especially over the course of the day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Now, there was like this main highlight play of the stream, which was the ace that Jambi got.
My boy Jabby.
Yeah. Honestly, what was going through your mind in that? Because you should have died at least on your third kill, to be honest. What was going through your head?
Um, Honestly, I've been in that situation before, so I was just calling out to my teammates on, like, I'm playing off sound. So I knew 2 were backside, or at least 2 were, backside. And yeah, I was just calling out for my teammates, and then when I saw them pushing in, that's when I knew when to peek.
Gotcha. Yeah, honestly, like that was a beautiful play because especially your first 2 kills, you were just hiding in the smoke, waiting for Brim and Sage to plant the spike and for them to walk right past you, and then you start off with those 2 headshots, and I was just like, okay, this might be in the same play, but I didn't think you were gonna get the ace, and then you got it. I was like, all right, yeah, that has to be one of the highlight plays for today. Probably not your guys' highlight play. You guys probably have their play in mind, but I do have to say, like, that's my highlight play that I saw from you guys.
Yeah, the play I know in particular was really interesting. I think because I don't know if it was you guys, but I think it might have been their brimstone that just missmoked or something or smoked down part of it. So there was just completely limited visibility and being able to pivot, to those two players backside after kind of going through, the three before, and then also kind of using, Phoenix as bait, resing Phoenix, and then going back down. I think Cedric, that was you, and then just kind of going right back over. That was a really solid play. So very well done.
Thank you.
My question is, so when this happens again for the next Valorant tournament, are you guys gonna defend your title?
So what we're actually planning to do, because of our high ping difference, we actually have NA players like that live in the States that are from Guam, like Jambi the Cat, and we're gonna gather the other four and then hope they're gonna compete in the next tournament. That's the plan.
Okay. So will they be still under the same team name or different team name?
Oh, they'll be under the same team name.
All right, let's see if they could hold on to your domination that you guys had. But I do want to mention that Lay's clan, they did say that they're gonna be practicing because they do want to, like, if they do meet you guys again, they do want to make the matches go closer because they do feel like they had some momentum and be able to potentially take you guys. Would you guys be ready for them, like, if there's a run back?
For sure. And then to be quite honest, so we didn't know we were playing in this tournament until like about a week ago. One of our main mans, I guess our manager, his Ken. He's the one that organized all this.
Shout out to
He's the
Ken.
one that talked to me, and then we got a group of 5 individuals. We didn't really practice much. We met like maybe once. But then of course we didn't have time because we were preparing for other tournament on Laddie. So then, for especially since this was our first one, we wanted to go in knowing like where we would be because coming from a small island, you never know like the skill gap there could be. But then I guess coming here, coming out strong, it actually it boosts our mentality, boosts our what do you say, courage, I guess, to see that maybe we're not too bad compared to the States, but we never know because this is only the first tournament.
Most definitely. You guys definitely represented Guam well. Like, I do have to say, you guys played out of your minds. And we do want to say, like, thank you guys for taking time out of your day to be able to compete in this as well. You guys definitely did put on a show, and you guys walked out as the winners for this tournament.
Yeah.
Too. I'll just leave you guys with this. I believe it was One Tap. I personally seen them in other tournaments. Have casted in other like literally little arenas, and they would make it relatively. They'd be relatively competitive. I think they'd make like out of a 12 or 10 player or team tournament, like top 4, top 5. So the fact that they didn't even make the finals, and the fact that you guys were playing so well across all the teams, you definitely should feel good about that because they were the team I was most familiar with. And then I kind of heard about you guys, oh, there's a team from Guam entering. I don't honestly know what that means, but clearly you guys have represented, Guam well, represented your team well, and no one would have ever known, right, that you guys are all from all different kind of individual teams. You all just kind of pulled together, kind of last minute, and it's a really cool story.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Shout out Guam.
Awesome. So yeah, appreciate you guys coming in. We're gonna go dip back here in this one. Yes, Jason, any words, any thoughts, kind of from what we've seen, and maybe some thoughts about the future for Valorant?
Honestly, I'm already pumped for the next one, which like that's definitely gonna be exciting, especially seeing if all these teams would potentially come back and then potentially more teams coming into the tournament as well. And it was definitely an exciting game, even though they the number one team, they had a dominating victory, but even then, like some of those rounds were really close to where it could have went either way for it. So I'm definitely excited to see what will happen next time between all these teams.
To agree, and just to point out, because the Laddie Esports, their account is in Twitch talking about time zones. So I was literally you heard me typing. I was doing some time zone calculations, and it is 8:37 or 8:38 right now in the morning for them. So they literally had to wake up at 3:30 a.m. and play this tournament. And I'll tell you what, I'm on the West Coast, Las Vegas. Same with you, Jason. And the biggest thing to me, and this also happened when I played sports, like just personally, like it was actually hockey. Being from Boston, as you get through the levels, you do have to wake up early for tournaments. And I actually stopped playing hockey because I could not wake up early. I'm not a morning person. And it's happening with some of our tournaments as well. We play Pro Mario Kart, like I think Sundays at 11 a.m. But we do a tournament that night that goes into it. So the timing of tournaments is really crucial. So I do just want to say, if you have a team that's coming in at 3:30 a.m. and they're literally just starting their day, they've already been up for 5, 6, 7 hours playing this tournament even before preparing and getting ready. That's a huge testament, because that's a clear disadvantage as well. Especially too, just having to reverse your schedule to do tournaments like this.
Oh yeah, no, like waking up at the time, that's dedication. That's dedication right there, because they necessarily didn't have to, but they did, and we do appreciate it. But that will be the end of this tournament and the stream. Do want to give shout out to all the teams that competed: Lottie, Lays, One Tap, and Possessed. Thank you for everyone for competing. Take your time out of your days to be able to compete, and congratulations once again to our number one team, Lottie, for winning this whole tournament today and going on a dominating victory run.
Yeah, with that said, we'll be signing off, and we look forward to seeing you for the next Ultimate Monday here for Valorant.